Big facts. No cap and you hate that, yeah. Big facts. No cap and you hate that. Big facts, I'ma only tell the truth, no cap and you hate that. I'm 100 proof, keep it real, no rap, stay strapped, double tap, let me draw a map, case you wanna test that. I'm a redneck, cracker ass country pimp. I got my seat lean back, walking with the limp. Square body in the drive, heater on my hip. Kentucky clear in my jaw, let me take a sip. Skull ring in the seat of my blue jeans. Flat top on the wall, hanging next to me. I just wanna make music, it's my therapy. But I use a hollow point, Botox do the surgery. You don't wanna cross me unless you want your life changed. Just show respect if you show less, I'll leave you scatterbrained. I stand up for me and mine is ride or die thing. Put me on Front Street, you'll probably get your veins drained. Big facts, I'ma only tell the truth, no cap, and you hate that. I'm 100 proof, keep it real, no rap, stay strapped, double tap, let me draw a map, case you wanna test that. Big facts, I'ma only tell the truth, no cap, and you hate that. I'm 100 proof, keep it real, no rap, stay strapped, double tap, let me draw a map, case you wanna test that. Gotta keep a circle cinch tight like the noose around the neck of all the haters scheming cause I'm letting loose. They may try me but they can't deny me all the things I've worked for, prayed for, climbing cause I got the juice. I'm a no dog learning new tricks in the sticks, gaining clicks, a little funk country in the mix. Born a hick, not a lick, keep it slick like my drip, dropping dimes like I play for the lyrics. I know I don't fit the rap god mold, trust me out and told, honestly the story is getting old. But I got soul in my flow and my blood runs cold, you can't get me off my game, no I'm too strong. Look, I'd rather sit around the campfire and throw some hands, sip a beer with my dog, but hope you understand. My kind of sane and weakness, I was raised in Dixieland. You be a bitch, I'll flip the switch and then I'll touch your sand. Big facts, I'ma only tell the truth, no cap, and you hate that. I'm 100 proof, keep it real, no rap, stay strapped, double tap, let me draw a map, case you wanna test that. Big facts, I'ma only tell the truth, no cap, and you hate that. I'm 100 proof, keep it real, no rap, stay strapped, double tap, let me draw a map, case you wanna test that. Big facts, I'ma only tell the truth, no cap, and you hate that. I'm 100 proof, keep it real, no rap, stay strapped, double tap, let me draw a map, case you wanna test that. Big facts, I'ma only tell the truth, no cap, and you hate that. I'm 100 proof, keep it real, no rap, stay strapped, double tap, let me draw a map, case you wanna test that. Big facts.
Yeah, what it is. Uncle Turtle's back. Yeah, it's been too long. I understand that you. I know you're upset with me. I know you almost broke up with me. But I had some shit going on. I had some shit I was dealing with. And that's all neither here nor there. Because just like Shady, Uncle Turtle's back. And look, my camera's all. Hold up, let me get this focused. Skirt. Oh, that shit didn't work. Ooh. Split. Well, you're just gonna have to see me blurry for a minute. Anyway, as you all know, if you've paid attention to anything I said in the past week, on the Instagrams, on the Clapper, Uncle Turtle's on Clapper, go check that out. I'm having a good time with that. I'm even starting to learn some TikTok shit. So I'm just saying. Y'all know who I'm talking to tonight. This dude is the most patient man when it comes to dealing with the turtle that I've ever met. We've been trying to do this for a long time. We have both grown older in a significant way since the last time we tried to do this. And it's, trust me, it is all my fault because I'm echoing. All right. Oh, man. I don't know how to do it. gonna try to turn it down. And I think I know what the problem is. But I don't know how to fix it right now. So I'm gonna back up from the mic, and hopefully the echo won't get as bad. Or I could talk like this. I might have to do some ASMR Tracy Dempsey stuff, so that it doesn't echo as much. But anyway, all right. Y'all let me know in the chat what the sitch is when it comes to my audio. And that's exactly what I was talking about right before I got those messages. Because when it comes to this technological computer stuff, like I know computers, but this shit, damn. Yeah, Echo is back. I'll go right here. We're just gonna have to bear with it because I'm not gonna let any technological difficulties interfere with my interview with Jack Gaspard. We've been trying to do this forever, but I don't know what my problem is. Oh, I know what my problem is. It's my brain. I can't figure this shit out as quick as I need to, but I think we got it figured out, except for my echo. Anyway, I'm bringing in the man, the myth, the legend, the one and only, the OG Jack Gaspard. Tell him what it is, Jack.
What is happening, y'all? Can anybody hear me? Do I have a cool echo? Does it at least sound badass? Is it like a super professional mix echo?
Hey, you guys gotta let us know about this audio for real. Like, I don't know how to fix it. I don't have the time to fix it right now. Trust me, you can ask Jack. I've been working on this shit
all
days.
For a long time.
Yesterday, and it's my fault. I just gotta do the work to figure it out. But yes. Windy Rice. Jack's audio is good. That's awesome. I'll try to figure out. I think it's. Never mind. I'll have it figured out before my next one. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I'm so excited because I finally got Jack D on this bitch, and most of you don't know it. But dude's been doing this. He's an OG in the game. He's been doing this for like what would you say 12, 13 years?
At least 30.
I mean, from the beginning. Yeah.
Well, yeah, about 13.
There's proof from 12 years ago. And if you listen to him, you listen to his music, listen to his bars, you'll know that because he talks about what he put out back then. And,
yes, sir.
And so if you let me do it this way. If you fuck with Jack Gaspard, you should know he's been in the game. He's an OG. And if you don't know, you need to know. Jack Gaspard, tell them what it is.
What it is, my bad. I fucked up on my phone.
No, you're good. Life, brother.
Life. You want me to give him a little bit about myself, man?
Tell him. Well, first of all, let me tell you thank you for being gracious and patient with me. I'm talking about months. Trying to get this stuff done, and but we're here now, and we're gonna. Even though Turtle's got an echo, we're still going to talk about everything we want to talk about. I'm just glad that Jack's audio is good, but it's another way for me to get better. What I want. First of all, let me tell you, like I love your shit. Like your shit, you have your own sound. You have like you definitely have created your own lane, and I don't confuse what I'm about to say. I don't want you to think I'm saying all your shit sounds the same. When I say that you have a style that is all your own. Like I can pick out a Jack Gaspard song. Just let me listen to the first half of the verse, and I'll be like, oh no, that's Jack Gaspard.
Appreciate that.
You know what I'm saying?
I know what you mean, sir.
It wouldn't even like I don't even think it'd take me half a verse. It'd just be started up, and let me hear it the first time you start talking. I'm like, that's JD. That's JD. And I applaud you on that because that's to me that's a very important. I won't even say. It's not even because you have no control over it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it just is what it is.
It is what it is.
Exactly.
It's real.
Yeah.
It's you.
Appreciate that.
And so you decided that you didn't go into it. Oh, I want to sound like Lil Boosie. I want to sound like whoever.
Yeah.
From Louisiana.
Yeah.
Or people that you listen to and were influenced by. You didn't like you was like I want to be an artist. I want to be a rapper. And they can barely hear me. Jack sounds really good, really loud. All right, I can turn. That's kind of like a story for our career. We can hear Jack D really loud. We can't hear you, Turtle, for shit.
Get out of here with that shit. Get out of here with that shit. Uncle Turtle got the jams, man.
But you just went into it like I'm gonna do me and I'm gonna be me. And if you do that, you won't sound like anybody else.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know Wendy Rice. I think it's just Turtle sound is really low. We just got talking about how that's the epitome of my career. You know what I mean? Uncle Turtle's really low. Blah 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 blah. What if I did this? Does that make it any better? If I go. There's so much pause. There's so much pause in between what I do and say, and then when people put a message on. By the time I see it, it's like 3 minutes later.
Yeah.
Oh, that's better. All right. JD Music, the Jack Gaspard fan club said that was better. So I'm gonna go with that because I don't know anybody else better listen to than the Jack Gaspard fan club. If you ain't a part of it, you need to jump onto it and start subscribing. I'm gonna subscribe. I didn't know it existed, and that means you guys need to advertise better and put your shit out there. I'll share the shit out of that. I will run with Gaspard all day.
Appreciate that, my boy. Shout out to my boy Corey Singletary for getting on there. I had no idea he was going to be on here. Appreciate you, dog.
There's a reason, JD, that I got you on this bitch because You've been making moves. You've been making moves. Everybody wants me to unplug my headphones, but I don't think that's gonna work. But I'm gonna try. All right. Mr. JD, can you bear with me for a second? I'm going to unplug these headphones and see if that helps me at all.
Go ahead, buddy. Go ahead. I'm here, buddy. I'm here.
So I'm going to count to 10. I'm going to unplug these headphones at 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Woo.
Test 1, 2.
1, 2, 1, 2. What the fuck you gonna do? That was my test. I didn't know if you needed one, but I gave you one.
All right, Jack. I can hear you.
Okay.
And you're broadcasting. Can y'all hear me? Jack, can you hear me?
I can hear you just fine, man.
None of this shit's going through the my headphones. But I still got an echo. I still got an echo. Much better. Y'all let me know. Like, does this sound better right now? Cause shit, I'll be glad. It's hot as Satan's butthole up in my music room right now. I'll be glad to take these headphones off. I ain't gonna lie. I'm sweating. Like, I got shit. My earlobes are sweating.
He said hot as Satan's butthole. That's fucking hot.
Yes. That is hot.
That's about as hot as it can get.
You can't get much hotter until you move to the taint.
I mean, shit. It don't get no bad. It don't get worse than that.
It don't. With an echo, we can. You can hear me good, Wendy? Hey, we're both broadcasting, so I'm just going to keep talking. And volume good, still echo, but it's fine. Thank you, Devin. Sorry, we're just gonna. I don't have to wear the headphones. This is the greatest interview I've ever done. No cap.
No cap.
So I've been talking a lot. That's kind of what I do. But I want. We were talking about Jack back in 2012. Put out a music video, and we can play it. It's like 26 degrees here. Well, it's cold. It's cool outside, but I'm upstairs, and I'm a pimp, so you know how I'm in a small room. My natural body heat, my natural pimp heat,
Pimp juice.
pimp and player. I radiate my pimpness,
and it makes
a small room hot really quick.
Fuck.
And so
when
the turtle starts sweating, all your bitches be getting wet. And, you know what I'm saying? I don't even know what I'm talking about right now. It's just, I get hot. I'm a fat motherfucker. I get hot easy in small rooms when there ain't no circulation. So I'm gonna be glad. I'm glad to take off these headphones. You know what I'm saying? But we are here with Jack D, Jack Gaspard, dope ass OG rapper from Louisiana, not named Broadnax. See, all right, you and Broadnax need to hook up and do something, dude. Two OGs in the game from Louisiana. But I know trying to hook up and do a verse with Broadnax is like trying to find gold in the middle of a shit pile.
Yeah.
That dude.
But he's
dope as hell. Everybody wants to do. Everybody. If you recognize real shit.
Man.
Do you have to recognize Broadnax?
And he's from Louisiana. Gaspard knows what I'm talking about.
Facts.
And Gaspard's from Louisiana.
It
makes sense to me, but I'm not Jack D, and I'm not the boogeyman Broadnax. So I'm just that has nothing to do with me. But I know that you are an OG from Louisiana in the rap game. And
can I tell you two things about that?
Yes, sir.
Number one, this is one reason why Broadnax is the shit. All right, number one, when I first put out the Bad Name video, I sent it to him in a DM. Not only did he see it, but he hit me back and said, "That shit's dope." Number one, he didn't have to do that. He didn't even know who the fuck I was. But to hear Broadnax say it was dope meant a fucking lot to me. And second of all, like I consider myself an OG with the shit, but compared to Broadnax, I'm like a baby OG. And he's the triple OG.
Facts.
That dude been kicking ass. He's way longer than me. So much respect and love to him, man.
I almost think you couldn't even. And I don't want to turn this interview into a. Let's talk about Broadnax. I want to talk about JD, but if you don't know, I'll just say this: if you don't know who Broadnax is,
you should.
Then you ain't listening. Then you haven't found. If you don't know who Broadnax is, you haven't found your favorite rapper yet.
Exactly.
I'm putting that out there, and I don't care. I'm not talking about the independent game. I'm talking about your favorite rapper
out of all of them.
Out of all of them. If you haven't heard Broadnax,
it's the truth.
Then you ain't found your favorite rapper yet, because dude's he's ridiculous. The boogeyman. Mr. Broadnax. You need to go. Have you ever heard his the stuff he put out under Mr. Broadnax instead of just Broadnax?
Yeah, I've checked it out. And let me ask you this: do you know what was it called? Shit. I mean, it was back probably even before that. Him and Big Poe got an album. I think it was something about wood. I can't remember what it was called. But that shit go hard. Shout out to Big Poe too, man. But I'm talking about this shit had to been in the early 90s. You know what I'm saying? Them boys been doing this shit, man.
And he's been dope the whole time. My favorite, I love everything that Broadnax puts out right now.
Yeah.
Yes, Paul. My boy Kyrie said Paul. Yes.
Facts.
He's not as old as he's old, but he ain't as old as me. But his song, what it or not what it is. Shit, that's my song. I've been drinking. His song is it going down?
It's going down, down. Yeah.
Is it going down? Tell me if it's going down. If it's really going down, then tell me it's going down now. Why y'all hating on me? Why y'all want to see us fall? Well, I got news for you. Partner South popped up and South's gonna ball. I mean, that
Let me tell you something.
if you,
He just the fact, like you said, and like we're talking about how long he's been doing it. Like me being a dude from the country in Louisiana, that shit inspired me so much when I seen Broad Next. Cause like that's the determination of I'm not gonna fucking stop till I get what the fuck
yeah,
I deserve. And that dude put
exactly.
years in, dog. You can't do nothing but
He just
respect
didn't
him.
quit.
Yeah,
He didn't quit.
you can't do nothing but respect him, man.
All right, that's enough about Broadnex. He'd actually be pissed that we're talking about him right now. That's the kind of guy he is. I want to talk about JD, and I want to talk about. I always love. Yes, Devin, the Genghis John. But I always love hearing about artists that moment that and there could be a lot of shit leading up to it to make people make that decision. But that moment that an artist decides that's what I'm gonna do. That's what I'm gonna do.
I know that moment for sure, dog.
So I want to hear you tell us about that moment.
All right. I can tell you this, even from early high school, middle school, me and all my buddies would rap. You know, it was just something we did. But as I got to like 18, 19, 20, I can't remember the actual year, but I was kind of at a point where like, fuck, I really like doing this and I feel like I'm good at it. But I felt like, should I do it? You know, I kind of had that doubt of like, I can be good.
What year was that?
This was probably 2010, toward the end of 2011, or beginning of 2011. So I had found this real recording studio in Shreveport, which is like about an hour from the little town I live in. And so I was going there and making my little songs. Didn't nobody know shit about me. Nobody knew who I was, anything. But I was recording and practicing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I found out about a little competition that was happening in Shreveport. And it was called the 318 Cypher. And the whole deal of the competition was people go there, they videotape them, they put a beat on that they've never heard, and everybody just raps. You know, either freestyles, if it's something they wrote, prepared, don't matter. It's who got the best verse. So I got in this shit, and I told myself in my mind, if I can do good in this shit, I'll know that I can really, really try with rap music. And
okay, pause right there, bro.
Okay.
I love that because that's in your head. You were like, I feel like I can do this shit. I love it, and I feel like I can do it.
Yeah.
But if you don't have that acceptance from your peers or from the audience,
yeah,
that you're spitting to, you don't know because as to me as a real one, as somebody that's not just got this trumped up idea about themselves in their head, that's bullshit.
Yeah.
As a real one, you're like, I like the shit that I can do.
Yeah.
And I think that it's good enough.
Yeah.
And so I'm gonna take this step. And I'm gonna put it out there. I don't care what I mean. People don't like it. That's fine. If they like it, that's awesome. But I need to find out because I feel like I can. And to have that the testicular fortitude to make that step is huge. And that's every artist has to do it. And some of them they fail.
Yeah.
Some of them have this grandiose idea or this. Oh, I think I sound awesome, and they really don't. It's just in their head. But
Exactly. You got to get confirmation from somebody.
yeah, you have to let. I mean, you have to. This is what I'm doing. Do you like it?
Yeah.
And there's a thin line there between I'm gonna do what I want to do, even if it don't I don't care if people like it or not, because haters are out there and all that. But there's also, are are you just trying to ride a wave, or is just this just a whim?
It's a lot
But
to
if
it.
you believe, yeah, if you believe in your shit, you got to take that step and put it out there.
Yeah.
And so yeah, I respect the hell out of that. Just you saying, I saw this, I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
So tell me about that competition, because we haven't talked about that. We've talked a number of times at length, but I don't know about this
Yeah.
first competition that got JD.
This is some interesting shit too, man. You're gonna love this. You're gonna love it.
Well, let's go.
All right, so I found out about it. Like I said, it was in Shreveport, like an hour from where I live. So the night I went to go get in it. Now, keep in mind, at this time, I've recorded in studios, I've rapped for my friends and shit, but I've never like been in front of a crowd that I've never met before. So
Yeah,
I get there.
and there's a difference, bro. There's a huge difference.
Yeah,
Rapping in front of people that love you and rapping in front of people that have never heard of you before.
big
That
huge difference.
it's called the truth. It's called the truth, brother.
Yep. So I get there. I was broke as shit, but I made it there. I had my gas. I had my money to get into it. And man, I remember I was so nervous, and I wrote a verse and memorized it. And my verse was dope as shit. It was a good ass verse, but I was so nervous. I was looking at the ground the majority of the time I was rapping, and there was some good ass talented dudes in this round that I was in. Like, long story short, somehow or another, I ended up winning that round. So I went to the next round. And this was like weeks, month later, or whatever. So I get there, the second round, I was like overly prepared. I was like, I see what I did wrong. I was nervous. No more of that shit. I'm coming here to wreck shop. So I had a fucking great verse, did that verse, ended up winning that round, which led me to the finals. Now, this whole shit was probably at least maybe 50 different rappers were in it. So I ended up getting to the finals, which was four people. Like, it was only four of us. And when you get to the finals, it was an actual live show with judges there. And man, I never ever
There ain't nothing like being immediately judged, immediately critiqued.
Yep.
Go ahead, bro.
So check this out. So I get there. Now, it was that I was so confused about where we were going, because it was at the Holiday Inn downtown ballroom. I'll never forget this shit. I'm like, what the fuck is that? Is that a hotel? Like, what the fuck? Later in my career, I've seen that there's events at these hotels sometimes.
Right.
You know, they pay for it. Man, Turtle, when I tell you that bitch was packed, I mean, it was a shitload of people there. And so now, keep in mind, I've never done a live show ever. I'm nervous as fuck again. And now it's four of us. It's four of us in this shit. I'm the first person to perform. I go first before anybody. Now, second of all, I'm the only white dude in it. I'm the only one here at the finals. So, number one, I'm the only white dude. Number two, I'm going first before everybody. So that can give you an idea of how bad my nerves was. But now, I had never done a show. And Turtle, like a mix of nervous ass energy with like excitement. Like, I went crazy in that bitch and put on a great show, man. And but yeah, ended up winning the whole thing, man. And one of the judges voted for me as soon as my performance ended. And I talked to him later. I was like, "What the fuck? How could you vote for me before you even seen the other dudes?" He said, "Dude, you went so fucking crazy. Wasn't nobody finna top that shit." Like you went
That's
crazy.
awesome.
And
That's awesome.
so I had never done a show. I was like, I kind of got over the nervousness of rapping in front of people. But when I actually performed and had a great time and enjoyed it, and people loved it, I was like, man, I love this shit. I'm in. I'm in from here on out. And from there, I got to doing lots of other shows and got a lot of opportunities and had a little buzz going, man. That was in 2011, man. That's really when I say I got my foot in the door and really started trying to take it serious.
Right. And that's dude. That's 10.5 years.
Yeah,
You you saying that in one of your bars. I'm an OG regardless of what you think or what you think about that.
yeah,
Like you've been in the game.
yeah,
So you have you put out a music video in 2012.
yeah.
And you the only reason I know that is because I heard it in your bars.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we just heard the story
Yeah,
about how you got into that a while back.
yep.
And this video would have been a product of that.
Yeah, the following year. That was the next year.
It says this video JD Country Hustlin' featuring Bud the Great was put out 9 years ago.
Yep.
Now, I think if y'all on here, if you agree with me, let me know. I think we should show this video right now on where we're at right now. Let me get through. Y'all want to hear this video blow up the comment section right now.
Produced by the legendary Steve Belo, who produced multiple songs.
Talk about this. All right, so you went from being in a competition and ultimately winning it. And that was your moment where you were like, I'm going to be an artist. I'm going to be a rap artist. I'm going to be a hip hop artist. And talk about that progression from when you decided to do it to when you put out this video. All the blood, sweat, and tears. I want to hear the struggles. I want to hear all of the hard shit. Because honestly, the reason that I started doing these interviews and interviewing the people that I am is because I want it to be like an encyclopedia for new artists that are trying to decide, I feel like I want to be a rapper.
Yeah.
Could you turn off speakers while the video is playing so it doesn't echo? I'll try. This may sound like shit, but I don't know.
After I won it,
what if I did this? Hold up.
Okay.
If I do this, 1, 2, 3, can you guys still hear me? If I talk loud, can you still hear me?
I hear you, man. I can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Did the echo? Somebody tell me if the echo went away. Because if I can get rid of this mic and the headphones, I know it won't sound like the best quality because I'm just using the computer mic instead of my condenser. But if I can get rid of all that shit and you guys still hear me and all of that, then that's what I'm going to do. But you guys let me know right now, does this sound better than what I did before? This is the part I hate. The lag between the now you're way too quiet. All right, so check one. Yo. Let me know. I'm gonna have to use the mic, but I'll turn it down when we do when I play the video. Jack, are you there? I can't tell if you're frozen.
No,
or you're just
I'm
really
here,
still.
but I am here.
You didn't move for like 35 seconds, and I was like, is he frozen up or is he just drunk?
Yeah,
I
I'm here,
couldn't
man.
tell the difference.
I'm zoned out a little bit, but I am here, dog.
Hey, this day and age, you gotta stay zoned out. You're gonna go crazy. but
Jack D.
Jack D sipping on the Jack D.
Yes, sir.
All right, so
I want you to tell us the story.
Okay.
I mean, just for the no worries, bro.
Okay. So,
yeah,
How that
Yeah.
progression from the moment you were like, I ain't got no choice.
yeah.
The people need to hear it.
Yeah.
So you decided you were going to do it, and then
what up, Turpy?
and then 2012, you put out this video,
Yeah.
a professional video,
Yeah. Yeah.
and but it's those 2 years that and every artist has them.
Yeah.
Those 2 years is what intrigues me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That because that's all you have a decision, and then you have this moment, and everything in between there is what people don't realize.
Yeah.
The people don't understand the work, the blood, sweat, and tears
Yeah.
that's in between those two things.
Yeah.
Everybody's like, well, why does it take so long for that to happen? Why is he so lazy? He's wasting time. No, he's not wasting time.
Right.
He's not wasting time. It's when somebody puts something out, when somebody puts a song out, when somebody puts a video out, when somebody goes on tour. Let's say if a tour lasts 3 months, they spent 2 years or 1 year working on that 3 months.
Yep.
And that's just the tour side of it. Not even talking about the music.
Yeah.
Somebody wants to put out an album, and they talk about it a month or two before it drops. When they start talking about it a month or two before it drops, it's done.
Yeah. Facts.
It's 6 months, a year of work to make that album that people don't realize.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So I'm always curious about that moment, that decision, until the first like really major thing that you put, like when you put yourself out there. So I want to hear about that. What up, Turpy Trev? Oh, he's the only one on Twitch. Makes sense though. He's from Denver, Colorado. Or
What up,
he's from
Turk?
Colorado.
What up? I just did a feature for him, by the way, man. Shout out to him.
I know. I saw that. That's dope.
But yeah, so yeah, I won that. I started doing shows. I started getting a little buzz, and I hooked up with Bud the Great.
So you hold up. You did shows before you did a video.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
See, I wish that I could do shows, dude. I live in, you know where the middle of nowhere is?
That's where you're located, huh?
No, I'm 30 miles west of that.
I feel your pain, dog. I feel your pain.
There ain't no, I could go perform in front of like 3,000 cows any day I wanted.
Hey, cows is better than no cows.
They don't boo me.
They can
But
move
they
you.
sure as hell don't cheer either.
They can hit you with that moo. It might sound like
Yeah, they look at me like, what the hell is he doing?
you'll think you're getting booed, even though it's a moo. You know.
Are you feeding me? Are you gonna feed me? Then keep moving. That's the way they look at me.
Hey, just
But
side
anyways.
note, just a side note that I'm thinking about because you're talking about cows and moo and shit. For some reason, I've never been booed ever, and that shit that kind of happens from time to time, even if it's not a whole crowd or. You know what I mean? So I'm saying that to say, even when I had no fucking clue what I was doing, I guess it was still okay. You know what I mean? Because it wasn't bad enough to get hit with a bottle.
Dude, but when you drop bars, if you drop bars, people respect bars. They can forgive you on your delivery.
Everything
They
else.
can forgive you on your cadence.
Yeah.
But if you drop bars, they will respect the bars.
A lot of people might even just respect the balls that you got up there. You know what I mean?
Facts.
That's another part.
Because they didn't do it.
Mm-hmm.
That's the way I'd be like, what? Oh, you don't think I was good? How come you didn't get up here?
Yeah, you didn't get up here.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm leaning into the mic so much. Y'all probably can't. This is probably going to be the worst interview technically that I've ever accomplished.
It's
But
all good, man. We're here.
I can hear Jack, and Jack can hear me.
Yeah, we good, man. But yeah, so I hooked up with Bud the Great, who is featured on that song, and he started managing me to try to help me out, and he got me that beat, which is produced by Steve Belo, who's like a legendary producer, man. He was really close to Pimp C. He produced like a lot of UGK classics, like one in particular is a song called Swishes and Doja, and he produced that. He produced a song, I think it's called Eagles by Bun B. He had a lot of jams with them, man. So it was a big deal for me to get a beat from him, which is what led to the video.
Hell
He's
yeah.
like, this could be a big song, this could be a big video. So that's what led to that, man.
Well, let's play it. Jack D, country hustling.
Roll back from way
We talked
back in the day.
we talked about this. We talked about this earlier. That I'm all over Jack's YouTube page, but I knew he had talked about this video, but I couldn't find it. He had talked about this video in his music, but I couldn't find it. Well, it's under Jack D instead of it's under Jack D Music.
Yeah.
And it's not instead of Jack Gaspard. Okay. So what we got here is Jack D Country Hustlin' featuring Bud the Great. This is the first music video that Jack Gaspard put out, and it was back in 2012. Guys, that's almost 10 years ago. So we're gonna pull that up, and we're gonna see what's crack-a-lackin'.
It's cracking and lacking.
He as an artist would when I think he's worried about he keeps talking about how this was a long time ago. We know you've progressed and we know you're dope, but I just want to see where Jack Gaspard was 10 years ago with this dope ass video. So here we go. Country Hustlin' featuring Bud the Great. Come on.
I'm gonna run grab me a beer while they check it out.
Let's take a ride. Filling this one out. To the back roads. To the backwoods.
Look at him. He's all lined up, all pimping with the pimp glasses on.
I'm from the country. Back roads and small towns. I can take you where it all started. If y'all down, we ball down here. Everybody ride clean. It ain't too hard to find fun. It ain't too hard to find me. Still bleed down the block with the system of loud. And it's hard to find a bar like we got at Old Town. Out of town folks don't wanna start it with us. Cause if you step to one of us, then you started with all of us. Plus, we got cooking you can't find in the city. From catfish to crawfish to mama's hot chili. Hillbilly style living, put that dirty in the South. And we live in sip slow, it ain't no hurry in the South. And we ain't worrying about nobody going missing. We chillin', listen to UGK on the way to go fishing. Listen up right now if you don't know about this. Cause if you don't know about the country, you don't know about shit.
I'm the backwoods country boy. Country boys, baby. Riding in them candy tires. Driving fast and sipping slow. Acting bad with no place to go. With the grain on the wood bill. For the haters gotta beat that steel. Stay true and keep it real. On the chase for that dollar bill. Country hustling.
Small town USA, hey, that's how we roll. You ask us what type of beer we drink, we say cold. Getting blow like the wind, laid back in the sun. We ain't too big on pistols, but we all got a shotgun.
That's my favorite line.
Daughters being raised the same. We barbecue our own chicken, keep that raising cane. We still praise the name of our Lord and Savior. Sunday morning after Friday night, bad behavior. Yeah, we know know about labor. We work too much, and yeah, we struggle sometimes, but we don't hurt for much. Plus, we trust in the wisdom and words of Hank. Get whiskey bitten, hell bound every time we drink, and every time we think of moving away, we end up changing our minds and choosing to stay. So hey, what can I say? I guess we hooked on this. And if you don't know about the country, you don't know about shit.
Backwoods country boy. Country boys, baby. Riding the petty time. Driving fast and sipping slow. Acting bad with no place to go. Picking grain on the wood wheel. For the haters gotta keep that steel. Stay true and keep it real. On the change for that dollar bill. Country hustling, I'm a backwood country boy. Country boys, baby. Riding in the candy tons. Driving fast and sipping slow. Acting bad with no place to go. Putting grain on the wood wheel.
So was.
For the haters gotta keep that steel. Stay
They don't know,
true
man.
and
They
keep
don't
it
know.
real. On the change for that dollar bill. Country hustling, man.
Little baby. And you know, man, I was so drunk too. If you see at the end, I'm looking like, oh shit, man. Somebody brought moonshine and we was so fucked up on the moonshine, man. But yeah, we had a lot of people come out, man, to support, man. A little small town, so yeah, man. But yeah, that was over a decade ago. It's crazy to even think about that. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's crazy though. Crazy. Yeah, for real.
Down, decrease the echo. But so we talked about your formative years. Let's talk about what you've been doing
What have I been?
since that video and where you are now.
Okay, I can tell you this. So after that
I know you done got married and had a bunch of kids.
yeah,
I heard them all running around earlier when
yeah,
we were
oh
talking.
yeah, my baby. And the crazy thing about that was just my baby boy. That's how wild it gets. That was one here. But
How many kids you got?
well, altogether we have four. I have two biological and two that are just like my own. But
Right.
yeah, four altogether, man.
I've got three, and that's I'm a tired son bitch, and I can't. And my wife does it all, but I'm tired.
Yeah, mine
But
too.
anyway,
Mine does it all too. I just get to be the happy, sweet dad. Like I'm just here to be nice to everybody. That's
you're
pretty
just there to
much
be
how I do it.
the love on them.
Yeah,
Your job's to love on them.
I get the easy
Let
part.
mom do all the hard stuff.
Yeah, that's pretty much how it always is. So I don't think it's just me and you.
Yeah.
Oh shit, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, so after that, um, my brother Huey Ross shot that. And the crazy thing about this, man, that was one of the first videos he ever shot, ever. And now, Turtle, when I tell you he is a fucking certified director, dog, like it lives off of it. He got his own business, own store doing it. I mean,
What's his name?
his name is Huey Rawls, but
Huey.
the production company is called So Nervy Films. And but man, he took the fuck off. He found his calling too, man. Cause he rapped too. and he got a hold of doing videos, and he kind of found his niche, and he's been
Yeah.
doing great, man. He's been doing great. But but yeah, since I just happened to be close friends with a great director, we
Yeah.
managed to put out a whole bunch of videos. Dog, I used to keep count, but I swear I don't remember how many I have now, but I have at least like 20, 19 to 20 professional videos like that one. They're all scattered in
Shut
different
up.
places through the internet. I'm working on getting them all in one spot on my new YouTube because there's been,
Right.
what I mean, different channels uploading them. But
Yeah.
yeah, I got a lot, dog. Like at least 19 or 20. I really lost count, but all professional, good looking shit, man. So
That's awesome.
that was our thing.
Shout,
That's
what
really
what
how I
did you say his name? What did you shout him out again?
shout out to Huey Rawls.
Yeah.
So Nervy Films. It's like nerdy, but with a V. So Nervy Films. He's
There
a
you
great,
go.
great director, man.
There you go.
And but yeah, so through making all these videos, I was able to, keep building and building and getting my name known and getting a little fan base going. So yeah, every time I put out an album, I put out 2 or 3 videos to go with it to help promote it. And but yeah, just like you, being from a small town in the country,
It's
kind of
hard, dude.
kind of hard to get your shit out, but
Yeah.
I've done a decent job, through the years of, just getting out there and shit. And but yeah, and I still, still went to doing shows. Oh, I forgot an important piece of this story. So that was in 2012. So 2013, 2014, 2015. So probably about 4 or 5 music videos later, I shot a video to a song called Where I Belong with a country band from around my area. And
Mm-hmm.
man, that one is still to this day is the biggest song I've ever had. It sold
Really?
like crazy. It made money. It uh it was the first time I ever was like, holy shit, I can make money off music. Like I was getting at least like $100 checks, $80 checks, and they was just coming all the time. It was a really big song, man. And I think on YouTube it's got a little over 10,000 plays, and all of it was like organic too. Like we never paid nobody shit, no
Right.
Facebook ads, nothing. Like just straight from the people. Man, I would be different places around where I live, and somebody would notice me, and next thing I know, I hear that fucking song playing. They ride by in their truck just to know, hey, we listening to your shit. Like it was a really big song. It had a great, great singer on the hook, man. That's really what took the song off. Shout out to Lucas Jagno, man. He's a great, great singer. And
Well,
but anyway, so yeah,
shout. What was the name of it again?
there. His name is Lucas Jagno. It's called Lucas Jagno and the Road Show. That's their band name. And them dudes,
Yeah.
man. When I tell you
What was
they
the name of the song though?
Oh, it was called Where I Belong. You can look it
Where
up.
I
It's
Belong.
under Jack Gaspard. Jack Gaspard, Where I
There you go.
Belong. If anybody
Jack
check that
Gaspard,
out.
Where I Belong. Go check it out.
That's a
He said it's
throwback
the
to
best song he's ever done. That means you have to check it out.
that was I wouldn't say the best song, but that's the most profitable
The
song I
most
ever made for
right,
sure.
the most popular. Yeah,
People love
I
that one,
got
man.
that.
But yeah, shout out to my boy Lucas on the hook, man. He killed it. Killed it, killed it. And so yeah, I just wanted to throw that in there. So after that, I kept going, shooting videos, shooting videos. I hooked up with Kuda Bang of Swisher House around 2018, and he was just doing his own thing, starting his own kind of indie label, and he helped me out, helped me put out the last album I put out under Jack D, and it's called Hold My Beer. It's on Apple Music, all that shit, and but yeah, man. So I got with him, and I was excited because he's from Swisher House. I'm a Swisher House fan. We did some work together and put out an album. About a year and a half or 2 years ago, I met Beats by Dunbar, and we've been kicking some ass ever since. Shout out to my boy.
Beats by Dunbar.
Yeah, put out Swamp Rap.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right. So you are there. You've been doing your thing for a while, and good timing on the you hooked up with Beats by Dunbar. If you don't know who Beats by Dunbar is, he's a producer. I want to say he's from California,
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
and he's a music teacher, right?
No, I don't know if he's a music teacher. I know he's a bomb ass beat maker. I know that for sure.
I want to say that he told me that he was a high school music teacher. That's his full time.
Yeah, he might be. I don't know, but
And I've been on two songs by him.
yeah,
And I was on two songs by him before I ever met JD
yeah,
or talked to JD.
yeah.
And
Oh, let me tell you this before it slips my mind. I wanted to make sure I said this in this interview.
yeah,
Around 2020, I legit like had my mind made up that I wasn't gonna make any more music. I was like, I've been doing this for fucking 11 years now. I just felt like fuck it, I need to quit. Like it ain't gonna happen. It's time to give up. And I met Beats by Dunbar, and
right.
it's not really just about the beats. It was about finding somebody with the beats that I've needed for
Yeah,
fucking
that
10
you got to
years.
vibe. If you find a producer that you can
It's
vibe with,
on,
there's
man.
nothing like
It
it.
is on.
Hold up, I gotta pause you real quick.
Okay.
St. Louis Mix says, "Salute Uncle Turtle. You probably don't remember me, but we met at a gas station in the middle of nowhere late at night a couple years ago. You were working there, I think. I've been supporting ever since. I do remember you, and I still work at that gas station, and I appreciate the love, and I guarantee you will never understand how much I appreciate you following me on YouTube and getting on here right now. Like I get that because there's certain people. I manage a convenience store in my little town, and it's right on I-70. Interstate 70 runs all the way across America. Well, I have people stop, and if I catch a vibe off certain people, and I've got the time, I always be like, "Hey,
What up? Yeah.
you want to check out my shit?"
Yeah.
And every time they're always like, "Yeah, yeah, I'll check it out." And then I play it for them, and sometimes they're like, "Oh, that's really good." And then sometimes you start playing it for them, they're like, you know what I'm saying? And one of those people that dug it, and so I appreciate you being on here and talking. Now, thank you for letting me interrupt you, Mr. JD.
No problem.
You can go back to what you were saying.
Yeah. So anyway, but yeah, I hooked up with Dunbar, and it went from, man, you got some good beats. Let's make a little EP. That was our plan. It wasn't nothing. Just give me a few beats. We're gonna rap. Whatever. So the EP turned into a full album because he kept coming with better and better beats. I'm like, damn.
Right.
So we put out this album, and we shot a video to a song called "Stay in the Boot," and the song was so short.
Hey, you know that's one thing that I'm pissed off about.
That's your jam.
You got some short shit.
I
You
do.
got some short ass songs, and I'm like, I'll be vibing, and then like a minute 43 in, that motherfucker cuts off, and I'm like,
What the fuck?
what?
I know. Look, I'm about to explain.
But I love Stay in the Boot.
I'm about to explain how and why that happened and why they're so short. Bad Name's short as hell too. Let me tell you
Yeah.
why. Let me tell you why, dog. Look, I planned to shoot a video to Stay in the Boot, right? The song itself was like barely 2 minutes, like a little bit before 2 minutes. So I told my director, I was like, dude, you're only having to edit 2 minutes of a song. So can I squeeze in another song and we do, these two short videos for the same price of one?
Right, I got you.
That's why Bad Name cut off. But I was like, is it better to put out two short videos or just one short video? So shout out to my boy for helping me out, man. That's like I said, that's my dog. He didn't mind helping me out, man. So yeah, but
Dude,
God, we did that.
I'll be listening to your shit in the shower, and I'll start vibing on a song, and then I'm like,
Fuck it.
I can't wait to hear this next verse, and then it's just like,
Over.
I'm like,
Yeah.
damn.
But yeah, like
But
I thank God.
there's something to be said about teasing people.
Yeah.
Make if you are you can't complain about making people want more.
Yeah, that's it worked out so good, man. That's what I was gonna say. I thank God I did that because the reason Stay in the Boot was so short, it let me shoot one a bad name. And man, when I tell you some cool, crazy shit has came from Bad Name, like,
Bad name's a banger.
dude,
Bad name is a banger.
I thank God I asked him, please let me shoot one more little, and man, Bad Name was like I, and it's not even about views. Like if you go look at the views, it's not even that many views. But like love that I've got off that has been insane, man. Like it's been crazy, man. Like I said, I sent it to Broadnax. He told me it was dope. I sent it to Second Chance. He shared it. Like this shit been, you know what I mean? Shit that would have never happened without it. So I love Bad Name, man.
Well, talking about Bad Name,
It's like a fucking epidemic. And
little early, little premature. Let's play the video for Bad Name.
Let's fucking go.
All right, so here we go. Jack Gaspard, Bad Name. Beats by Dunbar produced it, and it's one of my favorites. This one and Stay in the Boot. And then what was that one we were talking about?
Clock out.
Huh?
Clock out.
No,
What,
not
Clock Out?
not Clock Out.
Oh,
The one
enough
about
for me. Enough for me.
Enough for me.
Yeah.
Enough for me. Bad Name and Stay in the Boot. Those are my three favorite JD songs.
Yeah. They jack.
So we got the video right here for Bad Name, Jack Gaspard. Let's go.
it's like a fucking epidemic in Nashville, Tennessee right now. For country music to act hip hop. It's the weirdest fucking thing, really. And it's done most of the time with no taste.
Everybody and their mama wanna rap now. Little Jimmy from the city put a track out. Little Kimmy get the titties in a rack out for a cheap video that is whack wow. Everybody so country now. Big fake gimme with a country sound. Hit a dirt road where it's bumpy now. Wear a cowboy hat for the money now. Wow, boy shit done changed a lot. I was making this shit when it wasn't hot. 2012 was the year country hustle dropped. I'm OG with the shit whether you like it or not. So I got a right to say I've been doing this shit in a hell of a wrong way. How in the hell do your songs get played when it sound like it was wrote by a kid in the first grade? Hey, y'all change like women's clothes. From a Billy to a 4x4. You can't rap fast and you can't rap slow. So what in the fuck are you trying to rap for? No, that shit is not the move. You grab a shotgun and back at you. Get all the city folks mad at you when you're guaranteed to get YouTube views. Your last song, you was a gangbanger ready to shoot. What happened, man? Changed up so fucking fast. The next song, you're on a horse wearing cowboy boots. Changed up so fast, man. Using country as a tool for the clout and the fame. We see you trying to be us. We see you. These are the fools that give the South a bad name. A bad name. A bad name. Ever since y'all heard Little Nas X, everybody trying to go and get a little Nas check. Get a quick hit and get a little respect, but the song stink worse than people that sweat from a...
Over. It's so short, but it made you want to hear the rest of it, though. You're like, I gotta hear what the fuck happens after this shit. Yeah. It's over. You wanted to hear that shit. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And to everybody. I did. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Is she really? Oh, okay. Yeah. No. Yeah. 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 It's all good, though. Like I said, we got plenty more. We gonna cook up.
Nobody can hear me. I keep forgetting to turn. I got to figure this shit out. They didn't hear that whole sob story I just had about how I could have been on. I could have been on Jack Gaspard's bad name, but I turned it down because I thought you were dissing a specific person. I was going to get in trouble if I got on it, and then I wish that I could would have been stupid and got on it.
And no, it actually wasn't, man. And look, when I put it out, I had so many people hitting me up like, dude, who's this about? Who's this about? And it's like, it's really, I swear, it's really not
But
about anybody. It was just about people in general. You know what I mean?
well, but if you listen to it,
You'll kind of get that.
and
Yeah.
you get who. Come on.
Who it's directed to.
Lil Nas X
Yeah.
is a bitch. I'm gonna say it right now. Lil Nas X is a bitch.
Facts. Big old facts. But
Big
yeah,
old booty hole. But yeah.
when Old Town
But
Road
anyway,
came out, people were like, oh shit, this little country shit. We gotta hop on this little country shit. You know what I mean? And not realizing that it's people like
getting
me.
paid for wearing cowboy hats.
Yeah, like, and then on top of that, the people that was going from the most like hardcore gangster shit to like the next song, all that shit went out the window. Like, forget all that. We're country as shit now. Look at this horse. You know what I mean? Like, come on, bro.
Look, I'm on a horse.
This was not you last week.
Well, last week you were in a 6'4" Impala toting an AK-47.
Yeah, like that's what you were doing.
That was fake. What? Yeah.
That's what you were doing. Yeah. It's crazy, man. But yeah, that song, man, people love that one though. They got a lot of love, man.
That's awesome. So we've talked about JD's past, how you came up, the decision moment. We talked about what you've been doing and kind of what we haven't talked about what you got going on right now. A track coming out with Best Believe.
Yes, sir.
Talk about that. Like I can't wait to hear that shit. My boy Luke Foster, Cool Hand Luke from Carrollton, Georgia, my old stomping grounds before I moved to Kansas.
Yeah.
Little town, tiny little town in West Georgia, and I spent many a drunk night in Carrollton, Georgia. But this rapper, Cool Hand Luke, he just did a song with Best Believe.
Hell yeah.
And then I saw your shit pop up that you were doing a song with Best Believe, and I was like, hey, yes, let's go. Best Believe is badass. I love him.
Yes, sir.
Talk about that. Talk about how that whole thing came about.
Okay. So like I mentioned Beats by Dunbar, right? So Dunbar hits me up one day and he says, hey, I got a guy that's gonna make a song with Best Believe and he wants you to be on it. And at the time I was like, why would somebody get me on a song with somebody big like Best Believe, like when I don't even know who the fuck it is?
You didn't even believe it.
And like, yeah, I legit didn't take him serious at all. I was just like, okay, just if it happens, cool, but I'm not counting on that.
Yeah.
But man,
You thought it was like an internet scammer.
I didn't know what. Yeah, I didn't know what the fuck it was, and but anyway, I ended up talking to the guy, And shout out to Stony,
What's
man.
his name?
His name is Stony. He's featured on the song. And but yeah, man, he's just a really good dude, man. He's a bull riding, like he says in the song, a bull riding some bitch. But anyway,
No, you say
he's
no.
a
You say like you said in the song. Nobody's heard the
yeah,
song
yeah.
yet.
Y'all gonna hear it. Y'all gonna hear it. But
Don't be
yeah,
giving away secrets,
he
JD.
did a damn good job, man. He's just a dude. He's getting into the game, and he's a fan of my music, so he hit me up to be a part of it, man. It's like I said, just a big ass blessing, like out of nowhere, just because he's a fan of my music. He's like, I think it'll help you too. It's just a great thing, man. He's a really good dude, and y'all gonna love the song, man. And like I was telling you before we got on here, I kind of had in my mind when I realized it was actually happening. I was like, I wonder if Best Believe is actually going like, is he gonna go hard and do a good verse, or is he gonna think these guys ain't nobody? I ain't really gonna try.
He's gonna mail it in.
Yeah, I thought he was gonna mail it in. Man, he went off on this motherfucker. And I don't know if he just liked the beat or if he just always goes that hard every time. I don't know, but he went off, man. Like you can tell, he put the pressure on him, man, and it's great though. We finally got the artwork done for it, and about to be getting the final mix of the song and uploading it, man. And it's gonna be on. I can guarantee. If anybody checks it out, you're gonna love it, man.
That's
We're
badass. I
we're
can't wait to
hoping
hear it.
we're hoping to have it out by early December. So be expecting it like
Okay.
third, fourth, fifth around that time. We're gonna try our best to have that shit out, man. Can I give you like 2 bars from it?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. You can give me 16. You can give me 16.
Let me see what I said. Hold on. Okay, let's get
D- d- don't ask me to.
Check this
beatbox
out.
because
Check this out. Getting shit faced is the goal for the night. I'm getting out of my mind, body, and soul for the night. With a cold Bud Light, with a Bud tie, hit the Bud right, get a mud sprite, get the buzz right, see the fuzz light. I'm a Doug right, but a truck pipe is a mud life and I'm upright.
Oh.
I'm higher than ever. I'm in the clouds with beats by Dunbar, bringing bass by the pound. That's just a little taste, man. But yeah, it's dope, man. You're gonna love.
I love you do that shit, and I can't. I've never been able to do that.
You're gonna love, man. You're gonna love it, dog. You're gonna love it. But man, Turtle, the only reason I can do it, dog, is because I've spent so many years doing this shit. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, exactly.
It's not like I could do it when I started. Like it took, years and years of practice, man. But and like I said, I don't do whole
that
verses
kind of
like that
when
either.
people do that.
Yeah.
When people do that, you people don't realize that you have to think about not just your rhymes, but you're bringing back like you're bringing back a rhyme from the bars before, and then you're spitting it repetition wise, like you keep spitting that same rhyme, and it all flows. It makes sense
Yeah.
with what you're saying, and you have to fit it with your cadence, and you have to fit it with your flow, and you have to fit it with the beat. I love that shit.
Appreciate it.
I mean, honestly, that's why Eminem got big. Because Eminem to me is the master of that.
Yeah.
That real quick. A lot of your rhyme pattern is really dot. Instead of one line rhymes here, one line rhymes here. It's multiple rhymes in a single line.
Yeah.
And the flow and the cadence all match with the beat, and the delivery all matches with all of it. And to be able to do that, that to me shows maturity in the game. You can't do that if you just started writing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying?
Yeah. It just takes time, man. But anybody can do it. I'm telling you, dog. It ain't. Once you get to where you can do it a little bit, the next time you're doing it a little bit more, then you're doing it a little faster. It just comes with it, man. But Turtle man, I just want to give you a heads up that like my phone's dying. So if I cut out on you, that's what happens.
Hey,
What happened?
I was hoping to get 30 minutes, and I've got an hour and 20.
Oh
So
shit, we good then, dog. We are
we
good.
good.
Hell
We
yeah,
good.
I really
I know
appreciate
I'm
you having me
echoing.
on here, man. For real.
No, all day, and you're welcome back on my show any time. And we already, like we talked about, I I'm gonna be checking my DMs. I'm gonna check my messages. I'm gonna check my email on the daily, waiting waiting for a beat from JD for me
I
to spit
got you.
on,
I
because
got you. It's happening, and it's happening soon.
I turned it down once for some stupid shit that I was thinking, and I'm not gonna make that mistake again.
Oh yeah,
So
it's going down. I got you for sure, dog. For sure. This has been fun, man. I've had a great time, dog.
yeah, man, absolutely. So, ladies and gentlemen, first of all, let me say thank you, Jack, for being on here. I had an awesome time. I felt like I was just talking to a brother on the phone,
Yeah, of course,
and
man.
this won't be the last time that I have you on here. I fully believe that.
We're gonna run it back, dog.
So-
We're gonna run it back.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, Jack Gaspard. If you don't know, then you need to fucking figure it out.
Follow me on Instagram,
Listen-
Jack Gaspard
Yes.
Music.
Plug all your shit right now.
Yeah, Jack Gaspard Music on Facebook, Instagram, on YouTube. It's Jack Gaspard. I've noticed something. If you get on YouTube or anywhere, you type Jack GAS, the rest will pop up. So that's all you got to remember, Jack Gas, because my last name is kind of hard to spell. Type in Jack Gas, it'll lead to the part, and you'll find me.
Hey, and if you can't find it, hit me up. I'll send you the link.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Turtle. Thank you, dog.
He's badass, and I'm proud and blessed and honored to have him on my show, especially the first show back on season number 2. Season two, bitch.
It don't,
So,
motherfucker.
Jack, thank you for being on here, and it was awesome. I had a good time. It was very natural. I didn't feel like it was a show. I felt like we were just
Hanging out.
video chatting and hanging out.
Yeah.
So
For sure, my
I
brother.
appreciate that. Y'all go check him out, Jack Gaspard. I will talk to you at another time.
Thank you, sir. Y'all have a good night, dog.
Yes, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, Jack Gaspard. He's a badass. Y'all need to go check him out. You heard some of the dope shit that he's been doing. You know what I'm saying? Go check him out. He's a dope artist. He's been in it. He's been in the game for a while. He ain't a Johnny come lately. Y'all go check him out. All right. This is all that I got for you tonight. There's a good chance I may go live on Instagram later. Just chill out. Like an after party. Like an after party. I'll stay tuned to my next. Stay tuned to my Instagram. Y'all guys see who I'm gonna be having next on the show, because yeah, I got them lined up. Season 2 is back. Uncle Turtle live on the interwebs. Thank you everybody for joining in. St. Louis Mix. Thank you to everybody that showed up. Kyrese, Devin, all y'all guys. JD Music, all you people. Breaking Beautiful, thank you. Kirby Trev, all you guys. Thank you for showing up. There will be more. Uncle Turtle's gonna go. Check your Instagram, because I'm probably